is finger knitting. Let's learn how. Did you know that you can knit using just your fingers? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how. This is called finger knitting, and it's done like this. First, you need your tools, our fingers. You'll need some yarn and also a pair of scissors. Now that we have our tools together, let's begin. First, we take our yarn and just drape it over our hand. Grab the yarn that's attached to the ball and wrap it once around your first finger. The next step, taking the same yarn, we're going to go behind, in front, behind. Now we take the same yarn and go around the pinky. Behind, in front, behind. We have one wrap done. We need two, so let's do another. I'm taking my yarn from behind, around my pointer, behind, in front, behind. One more time. Around pinky, behind, in front, behind. This is what we want to see. There are two pieces of yarn on each finger. The next step. Let's begin. We'll start with the pinky. We'll take this piece of yarn from the bottom, lift it up, over, and off. Move to this finger and do the same. Up, over, and off, leaving this piece on. Now this finger, up, over, and off. You'll notice I bent my finger down a little bit to make it easier for me. You can do that if you like. And lastly, this finger, up, over, and off. Now I'm going to scoot these down just a touch. Grab my yarn that's attached to the ball and do it again. Around pointer, behind, in front, behind, around pinky, behind, in front, behind. We start with this one, lift it up, over, and off. This one, up, over, and off. And then this finger, up, over, and off. Lastly, the pointer, up, over, and off. Now we've done 2 rows. I'm going to take my tail and push it down here in between my first and second finger, so it will fall down behind my hand. Let's wrap that again. Around pointer, behind, in front, behind, around pinky, behind, in front, behind. Starting with my pinky, over, 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 and over. Now, if I'm moving too quickly for you, or you want to watch this again, you can always pause the video or go back and start it from the beginning. It's up to you. You can learn at your own pace. So let's do a few more rows and then we'll take a look at it. Around pointer, behind, in front, behind, around pinky, behind, in front, behind. Lifting it over, each finger. And doing this again. Around pointer, behind, in front, behind. Around pinky, behind, in front, behind. Lifting it over, finger by finger. There we are. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's starting to look like something. You can clearly see the knit stitches because it's knitting just on your fingers. So let's continue until it's as long as you like, and I'll show you how to finish it. I'm going to do one more row. Around pointer, behind, in front, behind. Around pinky, behind, in front, behind. The more you do it, the quicker you'll get. It does get easier as you practice. Okay, there's the length that I wanted. Now it's time to finish it off. We start with the pinky, and we're going to remove this loop and place it on the finger next to it, just like that. Lift the bottom up and over, the same as you have been doing. Now we'll move this one over here and do the same thing. One more time. This one's going to go here. I'm going to lift this up and over. Now I have one loop left. Get your scissors and trim off your tail. Now this tail is going to go through this hole, the one loop that I have left. This goes right in here, and I'm going to pull it tight, just like that. There we have it. We've completed our first finger knitting project. What can you do with finger knitting? You could make a headband or a hair tie. You could make a belt. You could hang it on your backpack or your lunch pail. You could use it to tie up a present. There are many things that you can do with this, and I will show you how to use these in a later video.